What a beautiful mycology morning in Michigan. Yeah, buddy. What a beautiful morning. Let's set ourselves up here. Gordon. What a gorgeous morning. Been up since early. Pops got up today. Pop's been up early. Hope you guys can still see me. I'm live. We're live. Um, Gosh, I've been up since early this morning. Be early, Jeff. Miss you, bro. And I'll text you later. We gotta for tomorrow. Um, Gosh, I had a one of those mornings where he got up super early because I'm just sharing this stuff while we were getting people to join. Just kind of ramble the morning for a second here. Um, Good morning, Caps. Good morning, 50. Good morning, everybody. Gosh, I'm glad to see you guys here this morning. Uh, was just sharing that here at the Mush Lab, like I've probably told you guys before, it's a dedicated house for the whole situation. And the kitchen here has been under construction. I had taken the doors off of the cabinets here and um, bought new doors, ordered new doors, and they've been sitting in the garage here for all of the winter waiting for it to get warm enough to get them to spray paint them up and get them on. And then that's my plan, and I just don't have the time. I want to do this instead. I want to play my college games and hang out with my friends instead of work. So all of that to say, I got a contractor here this morning. He's going to get this deal started. So over the course of the next week or so, there'll be buzzing going on in the background and this and that. And sorry about this, I'd actually planned on this morning doing this broadcast. Do we call these broadcasts? Podcast? What do we call it when we're doing this? It's not a broadcast, just whatever it is. I plan on doing this live stream from the lab this morning, but I didn't get set up in time. I didn't get all the gear down there and get it set up. But on Instagram, Pop Shrooms 2, if you notice, we did a little bit of remodel down there, got some painting done. Man, every time I turn around, I'm looking to grow this thing. Every time we turn around, we're looking to how can we make it better? Waiting for our new flow hood to get here. I like that you guys are saying good morning to each other out there. That is just beautiful. Thank you for being. I get carried away a little bit with my thank yous, but I just got to tell you guys how much I appreciate you. Last night I had my business partner over here. We were going through some paperwork and this and that, and I mentioned to you guys. She doesn't follow this, but I mentioned you guys and talked about how important it became that she was going, you do it every morning at 9 o'clock? I go, yeah, every morning at 9 o'clock. I go, it is the coolest thing anymore for me because I'm semi-retired. I can do whatever I feel like, generally speaking. And you guys, it's like a job and I like it. It's like I gotta show up. I gotta get my stuff together and make sure that I show up to my job on time. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It means something to me. I usually am getting a couple of things done before I get here. Then I got to get myself together to be here. Then I'm all pumped up afterwards. And so this Tea for Pops thing is just working out so good for me from a really selfish point of view. I get some good feedback too, and gosh darn, I appreciate that. I really do. You know what's neat? We have a good show if we call it that, a good share tea time, and then I'll get some DMs later on like, Pops, that was great, and like, oh, you gave me the energy, or so and so said such as that was really neat, and so there's an afterglow. You know what I mean? There's almost like this cool little 20-30 minute afterglow that I take away from our tea, and I like it a lot. So thank you guys. Now, I wanted to sweet competition. Okay, let me see. Yeah, see, man, I was worried I missed it. I motivated myself to get. You know what happened this morning? Jason Ricci Jason, I think he's Jason Grayson on here. Jason Grayson's like 7 o'clock this morning. Texted me. It was, did I miss the live? And I guess his time, or whatever, his time was a little bit off for himself, but it was really, I don't know. I wrote back, no, bro, it's at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it's just, but it blessed me to think that, we're looking forward to this silly time together. Not silly, this it's not silly. It's just, it's sweet. There's a sweetness to this of being able to get with these people and watch it grow, and we are. If you guys could see the numbers that I watch the numbers scroll here. You know what's kind of sad though? If I go back, and maybe I'm missing, maybe somebody can educate me. When I go back and I look at the video of what we did, I don't see your guys' comments. I don't get to read the comments. And I think you guys, when you do a replay, you can read the comments. So that's kind of a shame because I'm always rambling and doing all this talking, and lots of times I miss these wonderful things that you guys are saying. So if I'm missing something and there's a way I could replay and see the comments, let me know. Help me figure that out, because I like to go back and read what you guys are saying. Yeah, there's always snakes in the grass. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about a snake here in a minute. But it's kind of carrying over from the theme from last night's reading. Most of us were there, but some of us that didn't make the reading last night. Man, there's some object lessons in this whole mushroom game. There really is, guys. And I'm not going to ever try to be the greatest or remember. You need to remember that you live in glass houses, so don't throw stones at people. So I'm not in this business to throw stones at anybody else, because I do live in a glass house. But gosh darn it, the more I've gotten it, I've got a confession. I have a confession to make. I was thinking about this morning, and it's easy. It's going to be really easy for me to just tell the truth. 2-3 years ago, when I moved to Michigan, I moved here from Southern California. Cashed in a bunch of property there, came here and invested, started up my lab. It was a personal thing. I really was into fungus and learning and growing. So I was all in my basement, all private, build my lab up. Is OCD, buy this, buy that, build it up, make my, just my own little kingdom down there. I didn't even know. I literally did not know until last summer. This whole group and this whole family out here, I didn't know. I have to be honest. I was just like, okay, a few people, a little bit of mushrooms here and there, and it's just going to be a neat thing. But I had no clue. I only been, I've been growing mushrooms for a long time, but only been wanting to be part of a community and make a difference since maybe last summer. And that's when I just said, man, I'm going to go for this thing. Like I said yesterday, then dive in. Full tilt boogie. And the reason is, okay, the confession part. Here's the confession part. Originally, Pop's gotten this thing to make money. A little extra money on the side while I retire. Semi-retire. I'd make a little money on my hobby. Let's figure out how to make money at this. I really did. That's the truth. And I'm almost ashamed about it to tell people, but in a way I'm not ashamed, because I just want to tell you that it didn't take me very long. Me personally, it didn't take me very long to start seeing, because I came out of the basement and I got onto the social networks, and I started hearing from people and starting to be able to, somebody asked a question, and I think I can answer that question for you. And somebody else asked a question, nobody's answering for this poor guy. Guy's like, I wish somebody would answer me. I think I might answer. So popped out an answer, and all of a sudden, he asked a different question. Next thing you know, someone's asking me more. Next thing you know, I find out I can be helpful. Wow, it feels good to be helpful. Now I find out that the help is making a difference, not just so somebody can not get tripped up, but the life changes. And then it starts coming. And we're talking like last October, day after day, November, December, day after day. I'm talking 2, 3. Back then, it was only 3 or 4 phone calls a day. It was only 3 or 4 testimonials a day. A day. When you're finding out, like, Pops, this is what it does for me, or this is how it works for the. It leaves me close to speechless because I get this every day. The blessing of my life is that the people give me the feedback to know what we do makes a difference. And when I say difference, it's so big. When you're talking about somebody's brain can work differently than it's been working for a long time in an unhealthy way, their whole perspective on how they get to approach their own life gets to change. And you're a part of that process. And then you add to that, you want to profit from it. You don't really want to be that guy. I didn't get to expound on this last night as much as I want to, and I hope to more in the future because I'm still figuring it out. But here's what I believe. Energies and universe and karma and whatever we want to put all labels. I don't think linear, try to not think linear, win, lose anymore. Nature doesn't do that. Here's what I think. It's kind of big thought, but I think nature, whatever our universe guiding creation is. Some call it God, some call it, I'm just nature. Nature created certain sacred plants. This plant does more than another plant does. The other plant does something nice, but this one, it's got something amazingly special about it. There's other plants like that. The eucalyptus tree has some amazing properties. Certain trees, certain plants, aloe, there's a different plant, they have amazing special properties to them. And I believe that nature intended for those properties to be used that way, in the sacred, correct way. That's what I believe. And that was intended that way. And then when we come in, this Homo sapien creature in the nature scene, we're a Homo sapien creature that comes onto the nature scene, and we go and we pervert that. We go and grab that sacred thing and we go and try to sell it, or we go to try to use it to make something from it, to make even enslave people. And there was people who were enslaving people over mushrooms, believe it or not. It just, the Homo sapiens get in there and we do this weird whack stuff with it. Here's what I believe. That nature knows. That nature knows it's almost a karmic cycle. You will not end up profiting. At the end of your cycle, you will not have profited from what you did. Nature does not look at that with kindness. Nature will not end up protecting that person and having that person end up being a successful, positive life. It will not happen. If you go in there and you pervert, and you go in there and you take her sacred items and objects, and you pervert them, you will end up paying. And I am not saying this as like to scare someone. I'm saying this as a scientist watching what happens. Empirical evidence, that means something that we can actually see, touch, and feel. The empirical evidence exists that when you take this sacred thing and you pervert it, you use it for the wrong reasons, you will not, nobody has ever, I want one example, give me one example, and I could be wrong. I want one example of somebody that's out there that's rich selling sacred fruit. Give me a rich guy selling sacred fruit. You don't get rich at it. You lose your life at it. You lose your soul at it. And people all try. There's a bunch of people try. There's a bunch of people that get out there, they're going to try, I'm going to get rich at this. I'm going to flip 40 tubs and I'm going to turn it. And man, it's $800 a tub, 800 times 40. Man, I'm going to make $40,000 this month. I can't wait. There's all kinds of these guys out there. Pops, can you help me figure this? No, I don't want to talk to you. You're not the guy I'm interested in helping. And I have to draw the line there. And I am drawing the line there. This is sacred. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I had to get there myself. I had to travel that road myself. That's what was my confession. This stuff's real. This stuff's sacred. We don't mess around with trying to turn this into something that is going to make me rich or do something that's going to be profit-centered. There's other places in your life that you can profit. There's other ways that you can make money and profit. Now, there's guys out there, I'm going to get through with my ramble. There's guys out there that should profit. You got guys like Dinosoil, A+ Grain, I'm just mentioning a couple. Outgrow.com, there's a few. These guys, they are selling us the shovels that we need to go prospecting for gold, the gold that's in our tubs. They are selling us the shovels. Bless them for that. That's a tough job. Tough job. And it's thankless. Everybody, oh, I got the fruit. I look great. I got the shroom. Who's the guy that made the dirt? Who's the guy that spent all the time sterilizing the grain for me? Those are the guys that we should be thanking a lot. Those are the guys we should be supporting. Not the guys that are out there selling LC for $40 a syringe. A spore print for $50 to a new guy that doesn't even know what to do with it. A spore print that I can make in, what did it take me to make a spore print? And I'm going to sell it to a new guy for $50. Shame on us. Okay, I'm not going to get carried away. That's why I know I'm getting carried away. We got wonderful people out there. You guys are already talking about them. There's some beautiful people out there doing the right thing, and they're not even getting rich at it. If you think A+ guy is getting rich, he's not. He works hard, and he makes his living. You think Dinosoil guys are getting rich? They're not. They're making a nice living, and they're supporting us. They're the guys that I appreciate and I respect. The guys that are out there trying to make bucks by taking advantage of new guys, but not even just new guys, just they're in it for anybody that gets into a mushroom game and says, this is how I'm gonna be a fruit guy and I'm gonna make $1 million at this. You, pal, have a big lesson to learn. It's coming. Your lesson's gonna come. And I only say that for one reason. Because it's true. It happened. I'm watching it happen. I'm watching people pour. I'm going to get in the game. I'm going to start this thing up. Pops, how do it? These guys, they come in here and they spend $10,000 on a setup. Here, I'm going to set it up, $10,000. Guess what? Contam tubs everywhere. Ugly stuff, all wrong, everything. And I don't understand why it didn't work. You know why? Because you weren't in there for the respect of it. Maria Sabina. She's my object lesson. Every intention was right in that woman. Every intention. She got taken advantage of, used the system, absolutely destroyed her life because money got involved. Money got involved. So whatever money we do between us, family, that's our break-even money. Whatever we do, we can do to help. You need something, you get it for free. I promise you that. Okay? Remember, guys, this is sacred stuff we do. We have fun. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We jump around. We dance. This is sacred stuff we do. The universe set this up with beautiful sacred plants that we should respect and take care of correctly, dispense correctly. You know what? If I know that something that if my medicine's going to go to somebody that they're going to be playing with it the wrong, in my opinion, the wrong way, I'm sorry, I'll find a different patient. I have the right to decide. I'm sorry, I'm just going to find somebody else. Not that you don't have a right to do that. You have every right in the world. But I have a respect for what I'm doing. Okay? So all of us know this. It's just a reminder for this morning. Boy, I love what I do. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love teaching. I'm a teacher to the core. I've been a teacher all my life. And what I really love right now is seeing what these sacred fruit does. Man, I could give you guys testimonial all the way down my arm. All the way down my arm. Every person that comes to my lab here, everyone has a life story. We sit at my desk first. We talk for about half an hour. I know who you are. We get to know each other a little bit. Then we go down to the lab and we get to work. And I hear stories. I hear stories. And the word story sounds like it's something you made up, like it's fiction. Not fiction stories, true stories. And it's just so motivating. And it's beautiful stuff. Right? So I rambled there for about 20 minutes. Hope that was okay with you guys. Let's just, I'm building myself up to remember too. Like, stay spiritual, man. Stay good. Stay kind. Remember what we're doing this thing for. Okay? We got guys out there. Yeah. I mean, I can tell you for a fact, especially PTSD, there's just the way it'll rewire your brain. The way you get to rethink. I also believe this. I think that there's connectors in there that get stale, that might have fired when we were young, when we were innocent, for a better lack of a better word. And you know what? We get to refire them. They get to take off again. We get to reconnect. The funniest thing, you're a smoker guy, got a bunch of people getting cured from addictions of smoking. And here's what's happening. The psilocybin effect, it fires off some serotonins that end up replacing what the guy smoking the cigarette is getting from smoking the cigarette. So, a guy takes a microdose in the morning, and where he would normally, his brain's like, I'd really like a cigarette right now. His brain's completely forgotten that he wants a cigarette at that time. Completely forgotten. His brain's working at a different level, on a different, firing different things. He's completely forgotten. You almost forget. You forget about your thing that that's not really good for you to be doing. You forget and your brain's going somewhere else. And the guy that will keep smoking is usually the guy that it isn't even mental anymore. It's physical. He's still like, I have to have a cigarette after I eat something because it's tactile now. But the actual need to smoke is gone. And if you don't call that a miracle drug, I don't know what you call it. We've got people talking about it right now. And now, here's my confession. I'm a pot smoker. Big pot smoker. Smoked pot all my life. Even when I was a pastor, I would hide in the back and smoke pot, not tell anybody. That's how hypocritical you can be in the real world. Hypocrite. I smoke a lot of weed, right? Since I started microdosing, my consumption's gone down so far. I don't even think about it. I don't even want to. It's just like that, where that weed was like a maintenance drug for my manic, depressive, bipolar, wacky personality. It just kept me normal somewhat. You know how good it is for a 63-year-old man not to be smoking so much pot anymore? Do you know how good that is for me? My lungs are a wreck, everything. But because of that, sacred medicine, man, I wish I'd have found this sacred medicine 15 years ago. It's just, that's why I can stand in front of a crowd and be sold out. A, it works for me. B, it's working for everybody I've dealt with. And C, it's sacred. So what's this? I felt that too. The weed was being used to combat a base layer of anxiety. That's it. You said it perfectly. Man, and weed wasn't even getting me high anymore. It was just kept me normal. I didn't even get high. I was just like baseline, like you said, just a baseline. Now, I took one hit this morning. I didn't even need to. It was a habit hit. What am I telling you guys everything? It's good stuff. See, I still have to work on my lungs, but let me tell you guys, what a difference my life is, and what difference I get in making other people's lives. Flower dabs are so strong, and yeah, flower dabs I tried, and you guys, the kids nowadays, or everybody's doing dabs, and man, that's some strong stuff you guys are doing. Sweet competition. You had a reading for us for this morning, and bro, I'm feeling really stupid again this morning because I have a feeling you DM'd it to me, but I couldn't find it because I'm not sure what the name, the cross name is. So, sweet competition, did you send me a reading this morning? If you did, great. Let me see if I can find it. If you didn't, I have one ready. And I feel like you probably did, and I missed it. Good morning, Pops. Coming from Lights. Have you heard of the CIA? Yes. Yeah, I'm actually, there's the CIA. No, I think you might have, and I might have missed it. Alex, the CIA, first of all, the whole mind control stuff that was back in the 60s, it's very real. There were very, very real. Okay, it's on, but what's your name on Insta? Because I was looking last night, I could not find I just couldn't cross-reference your name, and I get so many DMs through that I'm making excuses for not doing a good job of finding it, and I apologize to you. Help me find that, and if I don't, I'll get you Monday. I'll do this one, and I'll do yours Monday. But back to the CIA, very real, very real. And we look at the CIA, I think this is just going to be Pop's opinion for a second now. Kevin Kernan. Okay, Kevin. Yes, I remember you did send me something. I'll go look. Give me a moment. Yes, Kevin. That is right. I apologize to you. That's the goofy thing about this platforms, Kevin. Okay, back to my one running thought about the CIA. We look at it today in the light of history as like the CIA was doing evil things and they were like up to no good, anti-American. The truth is, I think that what they were trying to do was, at the end of the day, looking for ways to make America a better place from their perspective. The mind control and things like that, they were at a cutting edge of, like, don't forget, we were just learning how to get to the moon. We were learning all kinds of new sciences and mind sciences as well. So, not that I agree with all of the things that CIA does in general, but you know what? If I was running the CIA, I'd probably try to be figuring out how to hypnotize people and turn them into war machines and all that stuff we see on science fiction movies. So, not any of it's right, but I think that I guess what I'm trying to say is I think the CIA gets a bad rap all the time when they're not always doing bad things. Does that make sense? if it weren't for the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, who knows what different kinds of terrorists and things that we would have been facing over the last 40, 50 years. So, with every bad, there's good. How's that? Sweet. Competition. HOT. All right. So, they're doing, yeah, Jeff, that's what it's more or less they're doing their job. I like what you said. And I'm not always agreeing, and I'm sometimes, but what do I know? I don't know what they're doing. I don't know all the ramifications, and I don't know the reasons that they have to do the things that they have to do. And, it's easy for us to sit back and, the CIA sucks. Just big old brush of bad on them. And I don't think we want to brush bad anything. Kevin, sweet competition. I'm not going to be able to find your reading this morning just because of the way I'm set up. I owe you a huge apology for that because I know you did your job for us. I'm going to read this other thing that I had set up, and I will get yours Monday. I won't assign something. Please accept my apology. I messed up. This is the second time this week that I haven't found the reading correctly, and I'll get better at that. I apologize. I'm going to read this one because it's kind of cool. And then, sweet competition, I will find yours, and yours will be read Monday morning. Is that okay with you? How are we looking on that? Okay. What are we saying? God, I love what you guys are saying. I wish I could read. Manna, bread from heaven, aka psilocybin. Wow. This is a new one for me. Wait a minute. So, Billiard USA is kind of saying maybe manna from heaven was mushrooms. I'm kind of liking that one. Thank you, sweet. I apologize to you, bro, because you did send it to me. I saw it now that you remind me your name. So everyone knows, Sweet did his job. Pop's messed up. We'll read this one. We'll be with you on Monday on that one. Okay. This is from Goodreads. This is actually pretty cool. Goodreads.com. And it's called Kindness Quotes. Excuse me. The Paradoxical Commandments. People are illogical, unreasonable, and self-centered. Love them anyway. If you do good, people will accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Do good anyway. If you are successful, you will win false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. The good you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Honesty and frankness will make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway. The biggest men and women with the biggest ideas can be shot down by the smallest men and women with the smallest minds. Think big anyway. People favor underdogs, but follow only top dogs. Fight for a few underdogs anyway. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. People really need help, but may attack you if you do help them. Help people anyway. Give the world the best you have, and you'll get kicked in the teeth. Give the world the best you have anyway. That's it. Do it anyway. This is deep. We're going to do it anyway. It really makes you kind of, it makes you kind of analyze your motives for what you do, right? Just do it, Seaborg. Makes you analyze, why are you doing it? You should be doing it because it's a do it anyway thing. I do it because I do it. I do it because that's who I am. That's the stripes of my zebra. I am a zebra. That is how I am made. Yeah, do it anyways. This is really good. I love this one right here. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Done. Feet wiped out. Boom. Gone. Build anyway. What are you going to do? Not build? Because you're worried you're going to get wiped out? So I'm going to sit here and not build because it might get wiped out. Build anyway. You find out, man. Look around. Stuff doesn't get wiped out as much as you think. Right? This is really good. One more in here. What was this other one? People really need help, but they may attack you if you do help them. Help people anyway. So yeah, this is an anyway day. Numbers 28:3. Thou shalt say unto them, this is the offering made by the Lord, and you shall offer unto the Lord 2 lambs of the first. Okay, Billiard's giving us some scripture there. And Michelle, thanks for being here. Pot by pot, day by day, for continual burnt offering made. Okay, you're doing some scripture. That's very, very interesting, and I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Sometimes I get frustrated with people, and it prevents me from remembering my truth that I need to get back over time. Good job, Will. Good job. So, we're in a great place this morning. We're all going to take away, do it anyways today, right? We're going to remember. I hope I haven't just been too preachy this morning at everybody, but gosh darn it. Oh, Ophelia, that's so cute. Gosh darn it. Keep this thing sacred, you guys. We're good at this. Everybody here. And the other part is, it's okay to keep each other accountable. That's okay. You see Pops stepping out. Hey, Pops, I thought you said you were going to. Oh, you're right. Pull me back. I see one guy out there. Hey, I thought you said, oh, you're right. Pull you back. That's what we're a group. We're a team. We're a family. We take care of each other. We grow, too. When you know you're healthy, here's how you know you're healthy. How do you know you're healthy? You're growing. That's how you know you're healthy. When you're sick, you're not growing. You're dying. So that's how we know we're growing. We're growing. We got more people here. We're growing because we have more tubs. We're growing because we put more fruit on our table or in our grinder. We're growing because today we learned that we can do it anyway. But I need to listen to this some more, Billiards. This is very interesting. So, peace. It's been a beautiful morning, you guys. I don't want to get too carried away here. But, yes, mushy pop. Always check each other. That's why we do this. That's why we put our names out here. And you remember, Pops is available to, here's one of the things I really appreciate about myself. I'm a jerk in 100 different ways, but there's one area that I'm not, and it's this. I learned this a long time ago. Be willing to fix yourself or fix your mistakes. Just be willing. That's because so many people are, I didn't do anything wrong. Be willing to be wrong. Be willing to fix your mistake. If you did something wrong, fix it. Just fix it. And if the other people, tell them you're sorry. Go over and drop it off. Fix it. If the other people don't accept your apology, they don't understand that you made a mistake, that becomes their problem. You did your part. You cleaned up your street. Fix it. And here's the thing that one more Pop saying. Here's a fact. If you get this in our brain, because our brain, our human, we all want everybody to like us. We all want to be loved by everybody. We all care about, me included. We all want everybody to think we're the best. That's getting sick. That's unhealthy. What's super healthy I do this. What you think about me is none of my business. That's how I put it. It's none of my business. So whatever your brain's over there thinking, and it's just like what your sex life is none of my business, what your financial life is none of my business. I'm not in your bank account. I'm not in your bedroom. And I'm not in your brain asking you what you think about me. I don't want, this is none of my business. If you feel like telling me, you will. If you feel like telling me, okay, I'll hear. But to run around worrying about what you think about me is none of my business. And as soon as I take myself out, tell myself, what you think of me is none of my business, man, that's healthy. So try that. So run around, one minute someone's going to, like, you worry about, what's that guy think? Oh, wait a minute. What he thinks about me is none of my business. It works. As long as we're helping each other grow, we've got this. Mushy, you're a good guy, good girl. I stole one of your ideas, and you're going to get credit for it, but that whole water bead thing, she's getting this water bead thing started, you guys. So, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here this morning. Our takeaways for this morning. Sacred. Stay sacred with this thing, okay? We got a bunch of people here. Before I leave, I want to see just the word sacred. 10 people shoot the words. Yep, it's Orbeez Tech. That's what we're going to be working on, Joey. And Mushy Pop got me started. Stay sacred. Give me stay sacred. 10 people. Sacred. Give me the word sacred. It's a word. It's a strong word. It's deep. Sacred. We want to be sacred, you guys. Keep this thing real. Keep it clean. I love you guys for doing that because you know I'm right. You know that this is correct. You can feel it in your bones. Nature's told you, don't squander her. Don't throw her out there and use her as crap. It's sacred. I love you guys. I love this. Man, it's going to be I'm going to miss you guys for Saturday and Sunday. I wish I was here tomorrow. I'm fishing tomorrow morning. Thank you, Jeff. Stay sacred. I love you guys. If I might be on the boat. I might pop on tomorrow at around 9, see if anybody's out there, but it's not. You don't have to be there. We're back here Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Might might rain tomorrow too. I don't know if we're going to get out fishing, but if we get fishing, might show you a little something from the boat like we did last week. It was so cool. Sacred. Man, I got some new people here, and I really appreciate it, you guys. Keep it clean. What do they think about you? None of your business. Peace. Pops. Love. Out.